can't tell me my face ain't. Y'all can't tell me my face ain't singing.
I've never met anyone quite like her before.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Indie Land. It's your girl Indy, and I mean, am I cute today or not? Y'all can already tell how I feel about this beat. So if you like to see how I achieved this orange explosion, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, like this video, and keep watching. Alright, so for this look, I kind of want to do something monochromatic. I'm really feeling orange at the moment, so I guess that's what we're going to do. I have 3 different palettes that I'm going to be reaching in from because they have each an orange that I think I'm going to use. The vision in my head very rarely becomes the vision that I end up going with because I end up changing stuff, but we're going to play today. So my eyebrows are already done, and I'm going to prep my eyelids. I'm going to prep my eyelids with my good old Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C12. And a little bit on each eye, and as I blend it out, I want to make sure it's seamless so my shadow isn't patchy. I'm gonna take the Morphe M173 brush. I like blending out my concealers with a denser brush, and I'm just gonna pat that concealer into my eyelid. Alright, so my base is on, and now it's time to go in with shadows. What shall we start with? So I had gotten a comment asking me to talk about my brushes, so I'm going to attempt to do that. Most of the brushes that I get are from Amazon. I usually get them in some sets. I do pick up some every once in a while from Morphe or from like Target or Marshalls. I just don't believe in spending like $70, $80 for a brush when I can get a whole set of them for like 20, 30 bucks. A nice set, not even like a bad set. So, I mean, spend your money how you want to. I'm gonna start with the Karity Matte palette. I'm gonna take this shade Vegas, this orangey shade, and I'm gonna take that with a fluffier brush. This is a BH Cosmetics brush. It's really nice and fluffy. Fluffy. And I'm gonna go into that shade Vegas and take that straight to my lid. I'm packing on the color first before I start trying to blend it out. This is cute. I had a ponytail in my hair. This humidity has really been messing with my hair, so we're gonna try our hardest to keep that together. Alright, so next I'm gonna take this second orangey shade Juvia, and I'm going to take another fluffier brush. This is another BH Cosmetics brush. It's another fluffy brush, and I'm going to take that shade to the outer edges of the first orange I put on. Kind of blend that up into my brow bone, on the bridge of the nose, and then out. And you see the difference between this eye and this one. Alright, I'm gonna take a denser brush. So this is another BH Cosmetics brush. It is angled, but it's denser bristles. And I'm gonna go into the Saharan blush. I'm gonna take that orange shade Toby. I'm gonna put that kind of on that inner corner. Really pack that color on in there. To deepen this up, I'm gonna go back into the Culture palette. I'm gonna take this same dense brush, and I'm gonna take the shade Wazobia, this like brownish, orange-ish color, and I'm gonna take that using that dense brush to my crease. So right in there. See, there's a little bit more dimension in that one. So now that that color's on, I'm gonna go back in with the first brush I used and blend that crease shade out so it's not as harsh. I want everything to kind of blend smoothly in together. If you need to, go back in with either the first two orange shades and reapply if you feel like you don't have enough. You don't want to overblend. You still want there to be a little bit of a difference. Granted, all these colors are pretty similar, but so I'm done with the eyes for now. I'll come back to them once I finish my face. I'm gonna take a cloth with some micellar water and just kind of clean up just a tad bit so it doesn't mix with my concealer or foundation, because the last thing I want to do is appear more orange. And then use that to clean up any fallout. I don't really have any fallout, so it's good. Okay, now we're moving on to base. I picked up some new products from Sephora today. The first is the Secure the Blur Primer by One Size. I've heard great things and I'm really excited to try it. It's an ultra blurring pore refining primer with niacinamide that mattifies and evens out skin texture as it grips for flawless makeup application and enhanced wear. So, can I get this in? Okay, twist. Cute little nozzle. I'm not gonna put too much. That might be a lot, but I really kind of just took that much and I'm gonna, oh, feels nice. Okay, it's definitely a blurring primer. And I like how it feels. It feels nice and light. So I'm excited to see. It's not sticky or anything, so I'm excited to see this grip that they talking about. I didn't want to put too much, so hopefully that was enough. So for foundation today, we're going with the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This is in the shade Macao, which is the same shade I use in the matte one. Pretty much all of them, it's Macao. I'm just gonna take pump here and pump there and just smear the rest on. And my brush I'm gonna use is the Morphe E63 brush. It's a dense foundation brush, really fluffy. Honestly, like my favorite foundation brush, hands down. And I'm gonna pat in this foundation, pressing it into the skin. I didn't spray my primer today because I kind of want to see how it holds up on its own. Wow, okay. I'm not gonna get too excited, but I think I like this primer. Yeah, my pores here are pretty much gone. Like, it's really blurred them out. I do feel like I need to go in with an extra bit of foundation. I didn't put that much on, so if you are scared you're gonna put on too much foundation, look cakey, a little bit at a time would really help. So. Don't go too close underneath the eyes because you're going to be applying concealer there. The more products you put underneath your eyes, the more they're going to crease, the more they're going to be cakey. So try to avoid the areas that crease the most. I have a lot of fine lines underneath my eyes, so that's a place I tend to avoid. Okay, I'm going to take my Sonia Kashuk sponge. It is damp and squishy, and I'm just going to go over my entire face, pressing that foundation into the skin. And sorry if my lighting's changing. The sun's been kind of going in and out. I do have my lights on, but the sun's definitely been going in and out all day. As always, we're gonna go in with 2 concealers. The first is the Fenty Profilt'r concealer in the shade 410. I've really fallen in love with this concealer. I don't know why I ever thought I could put it down anyway. But the first concealer I go in with is close to my skin tone to help conceal, hide any dark spots, blemishes, so I don't have to go in with layer upon layer upon layer of foundation. I'm gonna blend all this out using my Sonia Kashuk sponge and just dab, dab, dab. And I go over the edges with the bottom of the sponge to kind of help blend that concealer into my foundation. Like, look how that concealer just with the face. You see that? Like, come on. Now that I got that first layer concealer on, I can go in and highlight. I'm gonna also be using another Fenty Beauty concealer. This is in the shade 340. I'm gonna take this to everywhere that I want more brightness. So right here, underneath the eyes, a little on the nose, and a little bit on the chin. So pretty much center parts of my face. To contour, I'm gonna use the Juvia's Place foundation stick in the shade Katsina. You guys know how much I love this stuff. Honestly, would probably die without it, so just keep it real. Blending out my I'm gonna blend out my contour first and then come back and do my highlight. To blend out my contour, I'm gonna be using my NYX blending brush, and it's a very, very, very dense brush. It's flat at the top, and I feel like it works best to pat in my contour. Don't know why, but I always prefer using a denser brush. As you're blending, I'm also kind of pushing a little bit upwards on the cheeks, down when I'm doing the chin. So little bits of kind of pushing like that. And then push it back into the hairline. You might end up with this nice little ugly line here. That line's not gonna stay there. It's just not, because why? Because we're gonna blend it away when we blend out our concealer and liquid blush. So don't worry. To blend out the contour of my nose, I'm gonna take a smaller brush. This is an angled shader brush by Royal Langnickel. I got this from TJ Maxx. It's an angled denser brush, kind of like the one I use on my eyes. And I'm just going to blend down the sides of my nose and then up into my brow and shadow. To blend out the concealer, I'm gonna take that same damp Sonia Kashuk sponge and just press that concealer in. If you feel your concealer sat for too long, spray your face and continue with blending, girl. Take that booty of your sponge and press down any of the sides. That'll help blend all that in. Now that my concealer is all blended, I'm gonna go in with my cream blush. I'm gonna take the Huda Beauty blush in Baddie Berry. I kind of wanted something darker since my eyes were so bright. And go right on the cheeks, and a tad to the nose. I'm gonna blend that out using, this is an MLB contour brush, so it's another angle brush, but it's not super dense. This one's pretty fluffy. All right, I gotta change my camera battery. Be right back. Okay, new battery, we're all good. I'm gonna just keep blending out my blush. To set my under eyes, I'm gonna be using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Blondie. My fave, my go-to. If I ever run out of this powder, I'ma cry. I'm gonna take that powder on my damp sponge and press it in underneath the eye. You're gonna press it in until you can't see it anymore. Press that in so it can soak up all that concealer. You can see the difference between here is all nice, set, and smooth, and here it still kind of looks a little wet. Get these little laugh lines. I'm a happy, happy girl. Boom, wow, 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 wow. See? Look how smooth. This powder is magic. I don't care what nobody says. I really don't. It's magic. To set the rest of my face, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Profilt'r powder in the shade 410. This is another BH Cosmetics blush. It's a big, old, fluffy brush. And take that to the face. This helps blend all these powders together. Make sure your face is nice and matte. I have oily combination skin, so my face tends to try to shift. Also, I sweat a lot. It's a trait I get from my beloved mother. So I really, if I put makeup on, I don't need it moving anywhere. Like you're not about to embarrass me. I don't think I'm gonna bake today. Yeah, I'm not gonna bake today. So I'm gonna add some orange to my lower lash line. I'm gonna go into the Saharan Blush Palette Volume 1. And I'm gonna take this rounded dome brush and I'm gonna go into that shade Toby and take that to my lower lash line. I'm gonna be careful so I don't get a whole bunch of fallout. Pat that on in. And I think that's all I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna smudge that out now that it's on there. I likes it. I'm gonna go take the blush from this same palette too. I'm gonna take Neo and I'm gonna apply that to my cheeks. Just a little bit because I be forgetting how pigmented Juvia's Place products are. You don't need a lot. Okay, I do want to put on some lashes, so I'm gonna put on my lashes and liner because I definitely want some liner, and I'll be right back. I have no idea why my liner gave me so much difficulty, but it did. Anyway, lashes are on. I used the iEnvy Luxury Mink lashes in the style 2. A little different from what I usually use, but they work. I'm gonna take the NYX colored pencil in black to my waterline. Hopefully don't make myself cry. Oh, I'm not trying to make myself water. So I'm gonna go in and start my lips. I'm gonna take the NYX lip pencil in the shade Espresso and I'm going to line my lips. I want to do a super glossy lip today, so I'm gonna take Fenty Beauty's Poutsicle in the shade Zesty Bestie, and oh god, I love how this stuff feels. Pop that right in the center of my lips. haven't even dipped back in, and the pigment is still, baby. And I'm going to top that with my Ruby Kisses Hydrating Lip Oil. It's just basically a clear gloss. I got it from the hair store. Okay, I'm gonna spray my face with the Milk Hydro Setting Spray. Try to bring some freshness back to my face, and I'm gonna press that in with the booty of my sponge. Look at that face. Y'all can't tell me my face ain't. Y'all can't tell me my face ain't singing. Ugh. I think I'm about to wear it now because I gotta wear something. Before I highlight my nose, I'm gonna go in with Lancome's mascara, Monsieur Big. I'm going to heavily coat my lower lashes. I'm gonna highlight my nose with Fenty Beauty's Killawatt, Me Money, and Hustla Baby. Taking a smaller brush, I'm going to highlight the bridge of my nose and the tip. Make a nice little exclamation point, and then taking the booty of my sponge, again, I'm gonna just blend that into the skin. Kind of just dabbing it so it's not so prominent. I'm gonna add highlighter to my inner eyes too. I'm gonna take the Killawatt Foil Mimosa Sunrise, which is the orange one from Fenty Beauty, and I'm going to highlight my eyes, the inner corner, sticking with the monochromatic orange theme, but adding a little bit of chill. Okay. I'm gonna go, I'm sorry, I can't stop looking at myself. All right, I'm gonna go put my clothes on and be right back. All right, guys, so this is the final look. Am I giving, like, I don't even know what I'm giving, but I'm giving it. Because I'm so cute. As always, my hair is by Monsieur Styles. I really love how this look turned out. I'm about to go do me some reels, take some pictures, because honey, I'm cute. You can't tell me nothing. Oh, you can't tell me nothing. I'm cute, I'm cute, I'm cute. Sign me now. All right, so if you guys like this video, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Give me a big huge thumbs up, and leave me a comment down below and tell me your thoughts. Thank you guys again so much for supporting my channel and watching this, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.